organized group, they appointed one of them, elected one of them to be their leader, called the president. So they respected him and said, so Mr. President, Your Excellency, please get to the boat first. The canoe first. By virtue of respect. He said, no. I will come last. One person was appointed to go, he boarded the canoe. The canoe was captained, was led by a small boy. This is the unfortunate bit. The small boy, 12 years old, he had some experience doing it. He had done it for some time. This is where he grew up. He did not wear a shirt even. It was not important. The first man who got on the canoe, the boy canoed and got him there. Came back, second, third, fourth, ninth. Time came for the 10th. Who was their president? I'm talking about pride. To you, what tool do you have to break? This was pride, for what I'm discussing. Reluctantly, I said reluctantly, he boarded the canoe. The guy who was sponsored by the district to go and learn, please be careful on your graduation. Yes, we shall accept the university authorities have signed your documents, you passed exams, true, you attended whatever. The world will in future graduate you or demote you. Even people who have never crossed P6 will either graduate you or demote you. Should you behave well with your diploma or degree, bachelor's, the world will promote you, say, she speaks very well, she behaves very well, she's so kind. Over where did she attain her master's from? Lifting you from bachelor's to master's. Where did they stop? P6 second term, and you're not having paid the fees anymore. Should you do the opposite? People will say, Mbu, she's also educated. Mbu. That is a demotion. He boarded the canoe. Expressing his pride, he began as they moved. The boy patiently moved. And asked silly questions. I said, silly. Young man, did you study cytology? Cytology, science of cells. The little boy, 12 years, where do you want him to have studied cytology? He has not crossed P6 if he goes to school anyway. And you ask about cytology. The boy said, no, sir. The proud man answered stupid and said, you are stupid. But they continued. He canoed patiently. Patiently. He asked another, have you studied the theology? Theology asked him. Now, at 12, when do you go to Bugema University or somewhere to study theology? Theo means God. Study about God. He said, no, sir. Second, you are stupid. But they continued. He asked, anyway, have you studied sociology? Science of relating with human beings. No, sir. You are stupid. He brought all the lodges. The boy had never studied any. The unfortunate bit. The water body became so furious with a lot of waves and wind blowing, turning the boat the other side, almost capsizing, almost. He had another life jacket. He wore his and threw the other piece to him. They continued, almost losing courage. Waves coming high above the level of the canoe. The little boy also gathered one lodge and wanted to ask. Asking the man, he thought if the boat capsizes, they have got to swim. He said, sir, did you study swimology? The guy had studied lodges, but not swimology. He said, the old man said, no, sir. The little boy also said, you are stupid. To some of us, it is pride. Just pride. Gossiping. Greed. Glutton. Rumor-mongering. etc. There is a tool we must break. Remove and power what has been had, haunting you for so long a time. The good news is, even if you have done it for so long a time, God does not look at how much time you have done that mischief. Not. He opens his chest for a second time. We took it when we got baptized. Yes. Immediately after, so many things came and derailed you, took you off. What is it that has taken you off? That is filled in your tool. That we must open and break. When we break, it means permanently, and also no more. To them it was pride. A young man, very young, in a certain rich family, requested his father to buy him some pieces of timber and some small 1 inch or half an inch nails. He did. A hammer and some other tools. He had watched a movie on which guys were busy making boats, wooden boats. So he made one, small, his size, as a toy. In the process of making, he hurt his finger. It tortured him for weeks. Lucky enough, it was on a hand which he did not use as a busy hand. He went to the water body which was close to them and got the toy, the wooden boat which he made, on the tools bought by his father, and he placed on the water body. An object floats on water when it is less dense. It floated. It kept going. He went for it, brought it back, he threw it, came back. Sometimes strong wind came and blew his toy, the wooden boat, off to measures of water where he would not get it back. Cried and went back home. Very angry. Explained to his father, I have lost my tool. And the process of making the tool, I hurt this finger. I lost the nail. It is just coming back. I don't know what to do. Spent sleepless nights. One time, after school, the father took him for a tour and shopping. When they parked somewhere, on a busy street, they moved and passed by a shop that was busy selling toys. Made of glass, there was what you call window shopping. As they were bypassing the shop, he spotted something which looked like the one he had. Called upon his father, please come. There is something which looks exactly like one I made sometime. Please let's enter this shop. They did. Smartly he went and he grabbed the toy and took to the reception, the counter, without asking many questions, admiring it, looking like the one he had. He said, this either must have been mine, which the strong wind blew off, or someone made exactly like this one. The father paid the price. And the boy took it. Happily said, Father, we should not even continue. I have it all. They went back. But he looked at the marks and said, this must be the one I produced. The wooden board. Holding it and pressing it on the chest. The wooden board is a non-living thing. The little boy made this statement. You are mine. And not merely mine, very mine. I made you myself the first time and owned you. I have bought you and re-owned you. Like the wooden boat, we were bought the other time. When we sinned, he came back. They asked him, but Jesus, have you accepted today? He said, yes. Another question, how much do you love these people? He spread his arms and said, this much. They nailed him 6 inches here, 6 here. It was supposed to be 6 on the left, 6 on the right, but they stole one nail, put the legs together. Corruption has not started today. And said that much. He loved us the first time. When we sinned and we are supposed to be punished by death, He came back and bought us with his blood. And bought us the second time, and he said we are his at creation. His when he died on the cross. I want to request, if there is just one person who says, anyway, it is true. For the past week, past month, past year, I have had a tool containing some items which have been misleading me, influencing me even to mislead others, but I want to surrender.